Yavuz Sultan Selim was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from 1512 to 1520. His reign is notable for the enormous expansion of the empire, particularly his conquest between 1516 and 1517 of the entire Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt, which included all of Sham, Hejaz, Tihamah, and Egypt itself. He was also granted the title of Khadim al-Haramain al-Sharifain, meaning servants of the holy cities of Mecca and Medina, by the Sharif of Mecca in 1517. Through conquering and unification of Muslim lands, Selim became the defender of the holy cities of Mecca and Medina, which strengthened the Ottoman claim to Khilafah in the Muslim world. Selim's expansion into the Middle East represented a sudden change in the expansion policy of the Ottoman Empire, which before his reign had mostly been within the Balkans, the southeast of Europe, meaning Macedonia, Bosnia, Kosovo, and Anatolia region. On the eve of his death in 1520, the Ottoman Empire spanned almost 1 billion acres, having tripled in size during Selim's reign. He was born in Amasya around 1470 AD. Selim was the youngest son of Bayezid II. Selim's mother was Ayse Hatun, a Turkish princess from the Dulkader estate centered around Elbistan in Maras. Her father was Alatavle Bozkır Bey, the 11th ruler of the Dulkaders. His personality, by most accounts, had a fiery temper and had very high expectations of his subordinate. Several of his viziers were reported to have been executed for various reasons. A famous anecdote relates how another vizier playfully asked the sultan for some preliminary notice of his doom so that he might have time to put his affairs in order. The sultan laughed and replied that indeed he had been thinking of having the vizier killed, but had no one fit to take his place, otherwise he would gladly oblige. Lord Kinross, in his History of the Ottomans, reports that life at Sultan Selim's court was full of opportunity and there were always plenty of applicants to the highest offices regardless of the risk. Despite this, a popular Ottoman curse was, "May you be a vizier of Selim," as a reference to the number of viziers he had executed. Selim was one of the empire's most successful and respected rulers, being energetic and hard-working. During his short 8 years of ruling, he accomplished momentous success despite the length of his reign. Many historians agree that Selim prepared the Ottoman Empire to reach its zenith under the reign of his son and successor Suleiman the Magnificent. Selim was also a distinguished poet who wrote both Turkish and Persian verse under the nickname Mahlas Salimi. Collections of his Persian poetry are extant today. In one of his poems he wrote, "A carpet is large enough to accommodate 2 Sufis, but the world is not large enough for 2 kings." Foreign relations. While marching into Persia in 1514, Selim's troops suffered from the scorched earth tactics of Shah Ismail. The Sultan hoped to lure Ismail into an open battle before his troops starved to death, and began writing insulting letters to the Shah accusing him of cowardice. Relations with Babur. Babur's early relations with the Ottomans were initially troubled because the Ottoman Sultan Selim first provided Babur's arch-rival Ubaydullah Khan with powerful matchlocks and cannons to counter the influence of the Safavids. In the year 1507, when ordered to accept Selim first as his Khalifa and suzerain, Babur refused. Babur was the king of the Mughal Empire ruling in India. He was originally from present-day Uzbekistan. In the year 1513, Ottoman Sultan Selim first reconciled with Babur, dispatched Ustad Ali Quli, the artilleryman, and Mustafa Rumi and matchlock marksman, and many other Ottoman Turks in order to assist Babur in his conquest. Thenceforth, this particular assistance proved to be the basis of future Mughal-Ottoman relations. Conquest of Middle East. For Selim, one of the first challenges as Sultan was the growing tension between himself and Shah Ismail, who had recently brought the Safavids to power and had switched his state religion from Sunni Islam to the adherents of the Twelver Shia Islam. By 1510, he had conquered the whole of Iran and Azerbaijan, southern Dagestan with its important city of Derbent, Mesopotamia, Armenia, Khorasan, eastern Anatolia, and had made the Georgian kingdoms of Kartli and Kakheti his vassals, and was of a great threat to his Sunni Muslim neighbors to the west. In 1511, Ismail had supported a pro-Shia Safavid uprising in Anatolia, the Sakulu rebellion in 1514. Selim first attacked Ismail's kingdom to stop the spread of Shiaism into Ottoman dominions. Selim and Ismail had been exchanging a series of belligerent letters prior to the attack. Selim first defeated Ismail at the Battle of Chaldiran in 1514. Ismail's army was more mobile and their soldiers were better prepared, but the Ottomans prevailed due in large part to their efficient modern army and possession of artillery, black powder, and musket. Ismail was wounded and almost captured in battle, and Selim first entered the Iranian capital of Tabriz in triumph on September 5th, but did not linger. The Battle of Chaldiran was of historical significance, in which the reluctancy showed by Shah Ismail to accept the advantages of modern firearms and the importance of artillery was decisive. After the battle, Selim, referring to Ismail, stated that his adversary was always drunk to the point of losing his mind and totally neglectful of the affairs of the state. Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and the Arabian Peninsula were under the rulership of Selim, which he conquered by defeating the Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt, first at the Battle of Marsh Dabek and then at the Battle of Redania. This led to the Ottoman annexation of the entire Sultanate from Syria and Palestine and Sham to Hejaz and Tihamah in the Arabian Peninsula, and ultimately Egypt itself. This permitted him to extend Ottoman power to the Muslim holy cities of Mecca and Medina, hitherto under Egyptian rule. Rather than style himself the Hakim al-Haramain, or the ruler of the two holy shrines, he accepted the more pious title Khadim al-Haramain, or the servant of the two holy shrines. After the conquest of Egypt and the holy cities in 1517, Selim induced al-Mutawakkil III, the last in line of the Abbasid Caliph, who resided in Cairo since 1261 as nominal ruler, legitimizing the de facto rule of the Mamluk Sultans over the Mamluk Sultanate, to formally surrender the title of Khalifa and its emblems, the sword and the mantle of Muhammad, and these are kept in the Topkapi Palace Museum at Istanbul, Turkey. He died during the campaign of conquest. He was overwhelmed by sickness and subsequently died in the 9th year of his reign. He was about 55 years of age. Officially, it is said that Selim succumbed to serpents, a skin infection which he developed during his long campaigns on horseback. Serpents was an anthrax infection sometimes seen among leather workers and others who worked with livestock. Some historians, however, suggest that he died of cancer or that he was poisoned by his physician.